Hi everybody, I'm Maggie. Mrs. Calabash Cooks, come into my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to line a square inch cake tin, a square cake tin. This, as you can see, is old. It's I used to manufacture or make for people wedding cakes back in the UK. That's using the fruit cakes, and this was the middle layer. And so you can see it's quite thin. The metal is quite thin, and so it's long slow cooking, and so we need to protect what's inside the cake tin. And this is a really easy way to line any square inch cake tin. A round cake tin is slightly different. So have some parchment paper, place, I've got a double thickness here. Place your cake tin on the parchment paper, take a pencil and then just draw around. And this will give you a double thickness, because I've got a gas oven, and in England the gas jets are at the side. Whereas in here and in Europe, the jets are at the bottom. So that means that you can get a little bit of browning that you don't want on the bottom. So just cut that out like that. And we need, there we are. We need to bring this into two pieces. So I find it easier just to use a sharp knife like that. So that is for the bottom, and so we've got four sides. I've already done one, two, I think I've done two sides there. So let's have a look for the sides. Now we don't want too big a flange at the top here, because for this particular cake and for a fruit cake, that's going to pull up the mixture. We want to keep it fairly flat. I'm going to make a parking today. So place your cake tin on the side like that, and we need to draw around, and we need the bottom, and I'm just going to roughly draw the top there. So I'll show you what I'm going to do, and I've got two of these to do. So we cut down the side like that. We want to keep the squares at the sides nice and square. So this is for the bottom, just like that. Cut a fringe like that, and you'll see why in a minute. So you cut a fringe like that. Again, we want to separate them like that. So we've got those, and this one, let's see if we can divide this into half. Yep. Now you'll notice that my tops aren't always even. I'm not good at doing that. As I've said many times before, I have got no eye for straightness. So let's just cut like that, just to make sure it's okay. Separate it out, and that is for the lining of the cake tin. Let's get rid of these. Now we need to oil the cake tin. So have a little oil in a jar, in a glass dish. This is well seasoned, as you can see. So we put the first piece of paper in like that, and now we're going to put the edges. So the edges have already been oiled, and so you see why we did the flange. It sits like that. So the second one in, like that. The third one in. And you can see I've not done it a very even job. That is unfortunate. That is me. And the third one in like that. That's not sticking very well, so we want it to stick to the side. If it's not, just add a little more oil. Now, we're going to just lightly oil this paper because we want the second layer to stick to this layer. Like that. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just put 2 layers round the side, like so. I want to keep the sides from drying out and the bottom from drying out. So let's just put those on there like that. Just a dab of oil just to keep them in position like that. And you can see I'm using an old-fashioned paintbrush for my pastry brush. It's a question of choice. I prefer this to the new sort of I'm not quite sure what they're made out of, but the plasticky, and I don't find that they have the flexibility of the old ones. So that's that. They've each got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now, on top of this, again, a little more oil. And we're going to put this on the top there, like that. So it fits in nice and snug. And that is how you line a square cake tin. It's as easy as that. It doesn't matter what size you're using, but it gives it a nice cushion against the elements, what you're cooking in, whether it's solid fuel, electric or gas. So have fun, and I will see you again on Mrs. Calabash Cooks. Bye.